Okay guys, just give me 1 second. The stream just died on the other platform and I'm trying to fix it real quick. And of course the internet is real slow right now. Okay, this should be good. Hi and welcome to Daerik's dojo. Sorry about that. I really don't know what happened. But I'm thankful that I used the 20 minutes to start the stream, because it always ends up dying midway and then it's good. So yeah, today we'll be doing some detective assets you can find in a PI office. For starters, how about a magnifying glass? I tried to do something similar before. I had like a screen that should amplify something that is right in front of it, but I couldn't quite figure out how to make it actually zoom in on an object without doing some shader magic. Hopefully that's interesting, because we're gonna do a lot of shader manipulation. But let's start with the object. So I did some looking around, and this is the most common type of magnifying glass you can find. A simple handle and just what's it called? Not a glass, it's not a magnifying. That's the magnifying glass. So we're gonna try to replicate that. I'm not really sure about the measurements, but it should fit on my hand fairly easily. So I think 2 centimeters for the cable, then 1.5 for the middle part there, and we just take a circle that kind of fits the rest. Alright, so let's get started. And I am assuming this is going into a game, even though it may not. So we're gonna try and do some polygonal sparing. We're gonna reduce the poly count, basically. Let's start with our good old cylinder. And I'm gonna use 16 sides. It's low enough to not impact the performance too much, but is not that low so people don't think it is not a circle. Now the measurements, where here, dimensions. So the X and the Y should be 2. Now the Z should be a little more than a hand, and my hand has like 8.5 in width, so let's go to like 12. Then there's the other part, they're gonna go to like 15, and then the magnifying glass, a little too much, 11. Go to 14. That seems a little more appropriate. So 11, and the other part is 3 centimeters. There you go. Let's make it smooth with hard ups. I was going to extrude the other part, but I won't be able to know the proper measurement, so let's do it over here. You gotta have 3 centimeters for there. I'll just use you as a reference. Okay, so this part I need to extrude into here. I also need to create a loop here. Awesome. Like those two, S, Shift Z, and reduce by not half, 0.75. Let's try half. 0.6. Okay, good. Now the magnifying glass itself. The glass, I'm gonna use a sphere I'm just gonna reduce it to a circle basically, but the surrounding frame, I'm gonna use a cylinder. Should I use 32? Maybe. It's fairly easy to, increase the size to 32 if necessary. So let's keep it at 16 for now. I don't need the top nor the bottom. Now you are just as thick as the part down there, the handle. Okay, make it smooth, nice. Now, if we take a look at the reference, the frame is very thin. Usually someone would use the solidify modifier to create the second face inside, but I'm just gonna duplicate it and invert the normals. I don't think we need the, how should I call it, the in-between here. I don't think we need a face over here for depth. That would waste a lot of polygons. Now I need to press it's, oops, I did something wrong. Shift N, Ctrl Shift N, yes. And it's very hard to see that there's no faces in between, so this should work. Yeah, I really think we should use 32 instead of 16. So just subdivide, delete the one in the middle, then you select the outside edges like that. And the command for surrounding, circling, smoothing a shape to be more circular is Ctrl Shift S? Nope. Shift Alt S. Yes, Shift Alt S. And then it's like it would be if I had used 32 vertices. I'm not sure, it's a bit overkill, but oh, they came together. I don't really want that. It's the inside, I think. Just do an S, Ctrl Shift, a very tiny, to give the illusion of some thickness at least. Did I do that right? No, huh? Something. Because I had too many shapes selected, it got confused and didn't smooth it properly. So now it is a lot smoother. Nice. Okay, let me save it already, just so we don't lose any progress, as it tends to happen in this show. So this is Detective Office. Yeah, it's a bunch of assets. It doesn't fit furniture. Yeah, just objects. Now, the face right here on top of the handle, it has a thicker part, as you can see. So two ways of doing it. I can make a cube and give it that shape, or I can extrude the extra thickness out of the frame we have. I'm not so sure which one would save the most polygons, which one would be the most efficient. But I think it's easier to extrude the shape. It might be just the two here. I'm gonna use I to make an indentation. Oh, hold on. That doesn't change, right? Let's apply the rotation and scale of everything. It's very important for this kinds of operations. Like that, perfect. And then just S and Z. Oh, what's happening? Weird. Okay, new strategy. Select the two. G, Z, up. Not too much. Let's find the number 0.05. Too much. 0.5. 0.5. There you go. GZ0005 minus 0.5. Almost. In this case, it might be smart to close it off. It's gonna change the shape though. It goes outside. I'm gonna create a face and yeah, it's fine. We're not adding too much and it adds a lot of value, as you can see. Let me just take the two edges in the middle. I want to move them up a little. They're right. In fact, let me take the whole loop. There, I wanted to hide a cable inside. This is good. Save. And now onto the glass itself. On the design you have right here, there are some details on that part of the handle. That's a high poly detail. My workflow is low poly to high poly, so I do that afterwards. Okay, oops, wrong scene. Now, like I said before, let's use a circle, but I want it to be right in the middle of the magnifying glass. My sphere. Sphere. 32 is a bit overkill, so let's reduce it by half. Pretty good. I want the extremities to be the focus point, so let's rotate it 90 degrees. Nice. And now reduce the size to fit perfectly in. Nice. And then like so. Make it smooth, of course. It's not smooth enough. If I use the loop tooth to smooth it even more. Oh, it's not here. Is it relaxer I'm looking for? Relax? Nope, definitely not. Now maybe if I have my view centered. No. I'm pretty sure there is a smooth function somewhere. No. The flow doesn't. Let's try the flow. Didn't help. Yeah, there's too much selected. Mesh, probably here. Swarm. No. Okay, another strategy I can use. Oh, because it has 16 signs, it doesn't quite fit the magnifying glass, I see. Let's undo that then. Add a sphere, and I need bones there to be 32. There you go. I can keep it at as 8, the other part. But now let me try reducing the size in another way. So like those two, but that won't work. The middle one, then proportional editing with sphere S. I'm not sure if this is any better, but oh well. Make it smooth. Looks decent. Okay, where can I reduce something? Maybe this middle edge I can remove? Let's see. Probably not. Yeah, I gotta bevel this guy. 0.001, too little. Good, then S, Shift Y. Yes. I need to disable the proportional editing now. There you go. Let's change into shading mode with that. And let's create an object here. An icosphere or a D20. Yeah. Just so we can observe if the zoom is working properly. Oops, with that. Okay, let's start giving it some materials. You're basically plastic. Acrylic paint. I'm not sure. Let's use plastic with a higher rate of roughness, like 2.4, and of course black. The frame is aluminum, a cheap yet sturdy metal. I don't want it to be completely metallic. Or maybe a little rougher, yeah. And now the glass. I do think I have a, it's called transparent here. Transparent. It's basically glass. I'm going to render view. Okay, so it is kind of working, but it is reversed. It's zooming out. Or is it? No, that's clearly a zoom in. That's how far it is. Okay, look through it. Yeah, it zoom in. Kind of works. It's bizarre though. I thought I'd have to do a lot more than that. Maybe because the shape is already a circle. But now that we are here, let's see if I can improve the shader. Let's use a glass PDF as a start. It already works. It's fine. What I thought I could do is use it for now and use that as the IOR. Oh wow. Zero then is just like transparent. I use 0, 1. I don't know. It's a weird effect. Let's take a look at the color here. Whoa. That's bizarre. So we can fake some depth. Oh no, it's because of the shape that is behaving like this. If it was just a plane, with the same shader, it wouldn't work. Which one is it? This one? Yeah. So that strategy is out. What if I use a layer weight? That. But for now, yeah, bizarre. Facing. This one I don't know how it works. I never used layer weight before. Takes the normal apps and input. But this doesn't work as well. We change the IOR here to like 1, then it stops zooming in. So the higher the IOR, the more severe the zoom is. But it can also break the shader. At some point it always breaks. The plane seems to be zooming out though. If I use a negative number, it zooms in. I mean, number smaller than 0. Interesting. So yeah, the shape causes the zoom. Does this shader break as well? Yeah, and a bit more severely too. I don't know which one looks better. I don't see much of a difference really. Let's use this one. Alright. Go back to solid mode. You can delete that guy. And figure out the high poly now. Also, this part should be aluminum. And I need to join all of them together. So, join, array. Looks good. Oh, this is the black, the aluminum, and this is the glass. That should be it. Like so. And I also want to add a tiny detail on the bottom there. Just a small extrude and scale. I also feel like the bottom should be slightly thinner than the top. Yeah, I think it looks better. Let's check the reference again. Hold on. Is that middle part black? Can't quite tell. Looks like metal to me. And then the reflection is making it look dark. Anyway, we need to add 2 loops on the top and the bottom. But first, let's UV unwrap those. They're gonna have a weird remade. Which one is this? Remade UV map. So is that? Oh, that's the circle. The sphere. The lens. The lens. That was the name I was looking for. Lens. That's a really good normal map. Yeah. This one I'm gonna keep. Let's just check if there's stretching. Whoa. Alright, I have UV Backmaster now. Totally forgot. Invalid puddle. Oh. For anything. Where is the display stretch? Here it is. Yeah, it's good. Wow. The air not so much, but that depends on the rest. If I do control weight, then the air is fixed. That part is not seen, so it's not a big problem. So normally, because the edge right there, right here, well, is not seen, I would delete it. But because this is a glass object, it needs the thickness information to do that weird zoom. So we're gonna have to keep that the way it is. Let's just fix the other UVs. Let's start with this guy. The black part stops there, so let's mark that as a seam. Then find one side, this guy, and mark that as a seam as well. I don't really need this top face, it is hidden anyway, so we can delete that, and that should be good. This guy, I need to separate it in the middle. Let's say this part. Might not be a good idea. If I take... Yeah, because of the faces I created. Unless, if I remove those two, then it won't be a problem to unwrap. No, it's still gonna be a problem, god damn it. Let's see what's the best way. I'm thinking I separate this guy to keep this one as a one piece, but then I need to also separate those guys, and over here So we can unfold here. Yeah. So mark that as a seam. Let's check. Unwrap. Oh boy. Of course, I need to separate this guy. Try again. You unwrap. That looks good. It's not straight, but that can be fixed. Now you. Yeah, perfect. Wait. One of them is completely separate. Why? Oh, because it's separated on both sides? Yeah. So instead I gotta clear the seam. So it's gonna be together. It's better to just test and see what happens. Not so good. Honestly, I think I prefer the way it was before. Like that. And this one I just don't want to change. I think I do have to change it. It might cause some problems when you try to bake the light map. Okay, you will need to become square somehow. There used to be a shortcut to making an island square, but they removed it in 2.8. I don't know if they're gonna add it back. Used to be Alt E. I can do it manually, but it's a lot of work. There is a free add-on that might do it. I forgot the name now. UV something. I didn't like it because I had another add-on that did the same thing. But now I might consider going back to it. Go, and now the vertical. Good. All of them together. Let's use the back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to separate this guy. In order to have more area to work with. That's not good enough. The lens, they need to be really big, so you can add like some fingerprints and whatnot. The frame is way too big for what it's worth. Let me duplicate this guy and see if I can create a better UV map. I'd think just marking those work. I might not even need to mark those. It causes some stretching, but it's okay. It's good for the continuity. But then they are different sizes. Yeah, this guy is... Oh, no, they are the same, kinda. You have to line perfect. They do. Okay, good. Yeah, this is way better. I'm gonna delete this guy. And do the same thing over here. Now one might consider adding a new loop, so they are exactly the same, but it's not worth it. Like seam and unwrap. Control A, just to make sure they are the same size, and back. Wow, it's a terrible packing. Margin 0001, durations 400. Yeah, close scaling disabled now. A greater value of this parameter means islands will be more likely recognized as a similar in shape. To start with, accuracy of the similar islands detection also depends on other factors. Oh, it's screwed with the UV I had made before. Hold on. Let me see if I Ctrl Z my way back. Yeah. Just need to fix this guy. Awesome. And then back it better. Control A, then back. I wanted to scale to fit everything better, but it's not doing it. I don't like Backmaster. Let's just select these two, the most important ones. Duplicate their size, and back. Maybe exaggerated. S1.5 maybe. Yeah, that works. This guy's gonna use a normal map, so it needs to be bigger. But if that's guy bigger, this guy has to be bigger too. And therefore this one, so 0.5. Yeah. You know what? Let me do it. Hold on. Keeps changing the size of things. This one for the person who feels alone. This one for the hero who has no home. This one for the one who live for hope. Changing better days. Pick your head up. Do I increase this more? I do need it. Pretty good. Okay, let me save. And now let's do the high poly. For that, you're gonna have to duplicate this guy. Separated. Was it Control H? No. Shift H? Yeah. So I have this guy all by myself. Okay, now I'm gonna have to add several loops. Let's try 24. Too little. 48. Good. Okay, I want one on the very top here. If I expand this guy, one, then bevel. Yeah, it works. Bevel of 001. Great. Let's do the same over here.
Everything changes.
Awesome. And now down here. Is that the only detail I want? Kinda. And I don't really need the bottom part, so delete that guy. Now if I use subdivision, doesn't really add much. Yeah, not worth it. All the rest here is unnecessary. You don't need to remove those, I just feel like I should. Startups, yeah. Here or here. That looks really good. Great, now I bring the rest back. And here comes the complicated part. Okay. Add a texture. It goes into the mole map. That should be fine. It's non-color data. New. I'm gonna make a 2K texture, so 48, nice. Have it selected. High poly first, then the low poly. Here, yeah, bake. Now we are gonna want to watch the process. It's untitled. Normal. Select it to active. Rate distance very small. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh shit. Cancel. What? Oh, I am on the aluminum. There it is. There, yeah, should be fine. Try that again. Maybe the array is too small. Yeah, that's incorrect. But why? You are there. This is a little bit too high to... What if I separate this part and then I bring it back later? So this guy into this guy. Big. Nice. That doesn't look like it works. It's bizarre. Especially the 9-0 one. Let's test it out. And when it doesn't work, I'm gonna try again with a higher ray. So now we check the look dev. Yeah, that's bizarre. Oh, this guy's trying to use the same texture. No, you don't need any. He's a smooth object. Guy onto this guy, and title selected. Yeah. But again, margin just 10 pixels. Not sure about cage. Yes, now it worked. Nice. And from afar, it looks like there's something. It's not very strong though. Let me see if I can kind of fix it. I'm gonna start. I use like 5. It is actually better. Good. Yeah. I'm just trying out the other options just to see what happens. Oh wow. That's fine. Tangent space. And all the rest is good, so this is done. You could argue that a 2K texture for just for this normal map is not worth the amount of polygons, and you might be right. I mean, it looks better like this, and looks way better like this. And how many polygons do we add? This is 640 triangles, and this is 32. Okay, it's not worth it. Yeah. And I gotta join them together. I think if I just remove doubles, it works. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna keep that part over there, but I'm not gonna use it, so. Hooray. What else can we make? Like one of those file cabinets? Let me just name this guy. Magnifying glass. And this is mg.hp. Okay, I won't be lazy. Magnifying glass. And I want you two to be on the same group. Doesn't work. I want to be on the same collection. Oh, M. Ah. I'm so dumb. It's M. New collection. I lost my mind last stream trying to figure this out. So dumb. Okay, file cabinet. Let's look at some references. Old file cabinet. Yeah, boring. So it has like 4 drawers. This one has 3. So 3 to 4 drawers. Usually made of metal. This is from a video game. Second Life. Wow. It has some keys. What? There's a place for keys on the top right. This one's made out of wood. But yeah, chipped metal, 4 drawers, some kind of tag in the front. Sounds simple enough. I believe this would have the proportions of a human being. So let's say you are 1.5 meters tall. How large? It's basically a piece of paper, right? So 20, 30, over 30 centimeters. If I want to add 4 on both sides, so 38. The X. Yes. And as for how far it goes, how long it is, Let's see if we can find some measurements. Ah, perfect. Oh, it's 46 centimeters and it's 61. 47 and 61. It is 1 meter and 30 centimeters tall. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at 1.5. Screw you. And the Y is 0.61. And this guy is 0.42. Right? 47. Zero 0.47. There you go. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna reduce it to 1.4. No problem. Now let's change the origin to be on the bottom here. Whoops. Cursor, so I can reset it over there. In fact, the ideal would be one of the corners. Like that. So you can, on a game engine, you can snap it more easily. Okay. Now we're gonna have 4 drawers, right? That means 3 loops. Roughly. Go, now oops, I have to apply the rotation and scale, otherwise it doesn't work properly. I twice for individual faces, 0.1, too much, 0.01, 2, kind of. Let me just recheck the reference here. Not this one. So the top part is thicker than the in-betweens, and the bottom is way thicker. Yeah, this guy took the easy way out, which is doing what I'm doing right now. In fact, this is just a block he just put on a texture. Where's a good one? This guy. But the bottom has to be a lot thicker. Okay. That means undo that. And do even the loops. And add 4 instead. Then expand them. That looks good. Go up a little bit. I actually want 4 drawers. I have to add 5. Okay. Expand. Go up. A little less. Like this. Great. Again, I have to apply the damn rotation and scale because I did that. I twice and 0.02. Mm-hmm. And go on the inside. Looks alright. Yeah. And now for the drawers, duplicate that part, bring it to the front, change it to individual origins as 0.99, 599, so you can see the slight difference. Looks like I aligned it too perfectly. There you go. To be more evident. But the music really doesn't want to play. Crying out. I have to remove the ones that don't play from the playlist, so that stops happening. Mm-hmm. Okay guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes, alright? BRB. Oh no, Marv, hey. I was just about to take a break. Okay, I'll keep going. Just because you showed that. What's up, Morph? Thank you. So yeah, let's do the tags. I'm just gonna create it separately. Let's start with a cube. Yeah, start with a cube. It's fine. Thank you for your consideration. Okay, now to align this in the middle of the cabinet, it's gonna... And there you go, I think. It doesn't really look like the middle. Hold on. And that's how you align it. No, that's never gonna work. It really is easier to have the origin on the corner there, but in Blender it's easier to have it in the middle. So I'm gonna reset it to the middle here. And at the end, when I'm done with the prop, I can go back to have the origin in the corner. The very middle of the drawer is the handle, right? No, it's a little below the middle. Nothing is in the middle. Okay. So let's mark 3 lines. And I'm gonna align the tag with the top line. Like this. Perfect. Let's make it super thin. And here is the trick. Select those two. And to apply the rotation and scale, I 5. It's okay. Remove the edges. Let me check. Yeah, it looks like it is a full frame. It must have a little space on the top so you can slide in a card. But in this case, it is a full frame. I was hoping more for like 4 corners, but that's actually easier to do. So yeah. It also looked a little longer than the one I made, so perfect. We don't need no education. We don't need the parts in the back. There you go. Even thinner. Perfect. Now I'm gonna. God damn, this song. The songs that don't play. Keeping me in the silence. Just my voice. Let's use an array modifier to have them perfectly spaced out. Problem is, I need to figure out what's the perfect amount of space. Looks like that's it. 5.7. We can even test it out. The bottom one. Nah, it's a little too much. That's a little too little. It's at the 5. Let's do a 3. Good enough for me. So that's the tags, and now the handle. For the handle, we're gonna use a very low poly cylinder. 16. 8. Yeah, I think it should be good. It's very small. I rotated. Make it smooth or not. Thinner. All right. I'm gonna use a mirror modifier because I have to do a spin for it to connect with the drawer, and I don't want to have to do that twice. So let's add that mirror on the UI. Oh yeah, I have to apply the rotation. Okay, now there is a spin too, right? But it don't work. Yeah, it's still dependent on the cursor. So bring the cursor here and move it to the side a little bit. The cursor on the X. Oh wow. That might work. Now I know the spin tool is over here, but I'm pretty sure there is a menu with it, and I kind of prefer to use the menu. Is it on Control E? No, Control V, doubt it. Mesh? Okay, fine, I'll use the spin tool. That's not quite what I had in mind. Wrong positioning. Let's do... Oh, come on. There. Try again. So minus 90. I haven't made the switch over to 2.8 yet, but it looks really cool, yeah. I'm still waiting for the Steam update. And they don't deliver. I don't know why. This is the beta still. It's a good idea to do the switch soon, so you can learn what's new and implement the shortcuts they removed and you liked. But yeah, it's way more new user friendly. That work? There's a handle. I don't need the face in the back here. What does he have new that is cool? Eevee, obviously. Although I haven't used it much. It's not... God damn it. It's just not that useful. Some functions don't work unless you're using cycles. But let's open the door for this kitty. Yeah. Just don't destroy the blue screen, otherwise people are gonna find out. Okay, where was I? Array, now we copy the same amount over here. Oh yeah, it doesn't work because it depends on the mass of your object. What if I use rel constant? And I gotta remove this one. Yeah, if I use constant for the first one, then I could have grabbed the same amount and it would work. One of the main plugins I use isn't available for 2.8 yet for making clothing compatible for OpenSim worlds, so without it I'm kinda crippled. Oh yeah, I know how you feel. The main add-on that I used wasn't available until recently. It's the PBR materials here. It's just a bunch of presets. It's awesome. So now it's good. Maybe they will do the update soon. But yeah, it still might be good to just dabble with it. I'm gonna find a constant that I need. Let's try 1. -1. Of course, it's too much. Still little.
Watch out! The floor is lava!
Now he wants to leave. There you go. The kitty's out.
Watch out! The floor is lava!
It's not aligned still. Oh. Those are big steps. Good enough for me. Now I can remove those. Any other edge that I can remove? I can kind of remove this one, and then I just align the triangle somewhere else. Those I need to keep kinda. Yeah, so those I can just move over there. Doesn't change the texture too much. Same over here. All right. Seriously, where is the spin under mesh? Split. I think I have to select something here. Mesh. It's like half the songs don't want to play. Let me just refresh Nightbot. Transform, no. It would say transform if it was here. It just said mesh. But it's not here. Oh well. Okay, now I really need to take that break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And I'm back. Okay, for an auto DJ, it's not autoing anything. What do I do about the music? Hold on. It says the queue is empty. There you go. I think. Let's hope it keeps playing. Hey, Arshia K, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to my dojo. Okay, now if the developer wants to make the drawers open, well, that's a problem. No need to have something behind the faces here. We'd also have to rig the faces. Might be a good idea. I think it is a good idea. Let's separate them for now. I think it is Shift H, right? Yeah. To hide everything but what you have selected. Now let's give this drawer some depth. And then solidify. Even thickness. Good, good. The ones in the back won't be necessary. Now we take. Oh, that's not gonna work. So F, 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 F. Nice. Now, drawers, they are not like this, and unless they are made of wood. It's usually the bottom has the wheels, so they can move, and then the sides. I have one that's similar here. Yeah, it's like the front is a little bulkier, and the back is slightly smaller. So let's add the loop here. About this much. And then I want to delete these two faces. Problem is I need to replicate this for the other guys, so I'm just gonna duplicate. Oh, come on, the snapping does not align. Okay. I don't remember the value now. And I need to separate the sides here. These two. Come on. Why can I not? Why? So they are singular. It's not letting me scale them on the X. But why? It's a single face. Anyway. Twice there. Something like that. Let's remove the doubles. There you go. I need everyone to look like that. There is one strategy. It might be a little crazy. But let's try it out. I separate all of them. And then replicate the data. I think they're all gonna move around crazy. Yeah. And they're all in the same position. That's what I feared. So I need to reset your origin. And then do that. Okay, I need to reset everyone's origin apparently. And then... Yay! We can unhide the rest. Okay, looking good, looking good. Now they're all kind of the same object, really. They move one, or the other move. I need to make some optimizations. Let's apply this one. You can't apply for... Fine. Join them together and then apply. I want to remove the faces in the back. They won't be seen. There you go. Also those faces. Not be seen. In fact, I need to move them just a very small amount up, so there is no Z fighting. That is when two faces occupy the exact same spot. Over here too, same deal. I think I can even use Shift G in this case, or maybe not. Damn it. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Just select them individually. Hide that. Too much information on the screen. Move back ever so slightly. I want you to be inside, but not too. But on the same position as something else. Good. Now, this edge right here, it's not necessary anymore. So you can go ahead and dissolve it. And this should be good for our drawers. Yes. I'll go ahead and unhide everything. So now, simulating them opening. We parent them. So, and then, oops, this one. And then they need to stop here. I don't know how to implement a limit to how much a bone can move. Yeah. Just to stop at some point. But the developer can do that. I know how to do that in a game engine. So now we're at the skeleton. First, is this guy done? No face there. Yeah, it's done. Apply the mirror. Click the middle edge. Apply that. About this guy. Yeah, on the sides and the front. Good. Apply. I'm gonna take these two and join them with the drawers. And do I have to I don't have to separate them. I can have a single object. Huzzah! So now let's do the rig. let's start with the root bone. Oh yeah. Center the mouse. Now this is for the whole cabinet. And these are the drawers. I think the developer is gonna think up to down, so that's the first one. Second, third, and a fourth. They're in wildly different positions. I'm aligning them with that line there, the drawer. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just a perfectionist, I guess. There you go. That's all we need. It's the mesh, then the bone, or the bone of the mesh. Copy the mesh, then the bones. With empty groups. Nice. Okay, so now I go in here. Select the whole thing and assign that to the root with 100. Awesome. Now the second one. This. Next one. Oh, no. I forgot there are separate pieces. Yeah. The signs also need to be assigned. Be safe. Sign. Second sign. Third sign. And the final one. Great. Now, let me turn on the X-ray real quick. Otherwise, this is gonna be very hard to see. Display. Is it not here? No. Display. Pretty sure it's here somewhere. Where I haven't selected. It should be here. Your display, but in front? Oh yeah, it's not called as X-ray anymore, it's in front. One thing, I need all of them to be parented to the root. This guy, Control P, keep offset. Now in pose mode, if I move this guy, oh come on. Why is this? Looks like I didn't sign it. Oh, I didn't change your name. I think that's the problem. Yeah. If I have like root 2, it does work. I just don't know. It's fine. And the first one goes out. Second stays closed. That's good. So yeah, and you can make some scenes with just that. Now I have to create now the nested for a file that you can put inside the drawers or on top of a desk. Well, let's reset those and save that. We also have the magnifying glass here. Where? No, I need to select the individual ones. Looks like I forgot to... This needs to be rigged too. If someone were to have it on their hands, I'm sure the developer might choose to do so. But I'll leave it as a prop for now. We got the material. I might have a texture for you. Let's see if I do. Oh yeah, the UV. Yep, terrible. I can't even imagine the stretch. Okay, it's not so bad, but still. Separate the front. Look to the top. The back too. And this should be good. Why? Why is it trying to close? Done. Why is there a face here? Is there some sort of thickness information? Oh, that. Of course. There is an inside. Sorry, I forgot. So I do need to mark those. And those. I don't know why they look like that, but hey. I'd rather they were all like this. That's at least a good UV. Great. Come on. I'll hide that. This guy should have a good UV already. Yeah. So all of you are good. No need for seams. How about this guy? Yep. Let's see. I think I should separate the sides. Then let this part unfold to the front. Yeah, this should work. It's squished here. If I mark these two as seams, it won't happen. Perfect. Mark those. And those. For all of them. It's doing good, Austin. Thanks for asking. It's been very productive so far. Okay, now the cylinder here. Just one cut on the back side so it's not visible. Should do it. I don't think they will look straight. Yeah. I hate having to straighten them up. Should I just leave it? Maybe. Okay, what's your problem? I know. Wasn't that? All right. Huh. To do one more. Nice. Plus this guy. Level up that. And last one. So now everything should be nice and tidy. Good. Very good. And if I get everything together and just select those, I think it's gonna ruin when I press Ctrl P. Yeah. If I do it like this, yeah, it keeps trying to. So if I use the pack, I can disable the rotation. Aha! So what needs special attention is this guy, the main one, nice, and the front face of each drawer. They are the same size, so that's good. This could be a little more optimized. That seems to be worst. If I give you 10 seconds. It's fine. Let's just save it. Next, what else do we find on a detective office? Oh yeah, the file. Let's look for a paper file. Try adding a seam in that big T. This guy? Right in the middle. I mean, like, removing one of them. Yeah, but then the texture becomes discontinuous. I mean, it's already separate there. I'd have to do that for everyone, and this guy is rotated strangely. Hold on, let me just create a colored UV grid here so we can check it out. Seam there. Oops. Toward the back. Oh, bottom. Oh, you're the inside of one of them. I don't know which. It's fine then. If I unwrap this guy, it does help. So if I do that for every one of them, I don't know which one I am separating, but I hope it works. And then let's try the packing again. Thanks, Austin. Big help. Okay. Where I was gonna look for texture. Action. No. Nope. With 0.03, yeah. Oh, metal panel. None of those. I want like a node metal texture. Plastic better, no. Okay. You have the metal here. The green painted metal, that might work. Red's better. 2K. Here's the diffuse. It's a little small, I guess. Yeah. We Alt D? Yeah. We Ctrl Shift D? Yeah. And then it's Alt, right click. Yeah, nice. I remember stuff. This I want to be the AO. And for the mix, I want to do a multiply of that guy with that guy. So let's move this guy on top. It's a multiply. This is the other way around. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? This doesn't seem to be changing anything. Is there even color on the AO? Ha! Of course. It's just a little catch. Anyway, Ctrl Shift D, this guy. Now let's use the metal. You are now colorless, metallic. Roughness. And normal. That looks weird. What up? Oh, this is the normal map. Okay, yeah, I can see some stuff. And this is the result. Is it like 5? Okay. Let's keep it as 2, I guess. Yeah. That was a bit of a waste of time, but it's cool. Okay, now the file. And one of those paper file classified kind of stuff. Yeah, that sort of file. So it's basically 2 pages glued together. The front one has a little cut, and the back one has a little tab where you can do something. This one is, yeah, it's just a drawing, but yeah, this one is just straight. Does anyone has a IRL photo? This looks like a game. This is an icon, but yeah. I think that's the real shape, even if it isn't. It's what people associate files with. So, 2 pieces of paper. And you also need you and your rig. Oh yeah. Object. No, object. There you go. New cabinet. Oh shit. I pressed Ctrl Q and that's quit, apparently. I never pressed it before. It needs to fit a piece of paper inside. Maybe it's just half. Let's see if we can find some measurements. Classified measurements. Nice. Well, kinda. It's using inches. No. Just an envelope. Let's try paper file measurements. Nothing. Okay then. I'm gonna use this guy. 9 something in 5/8 inches. What? Oh, 9 inches and 5/8 of an inch. I'm gonna take the other part out and consider 9 inches. How much is 9 inches? 9 inches in centimeters. 22, then we go up to 23. That part. The other one is 14. So 23, 14 is 36. Okay. $23 and 36. Here on the Y you are 33, 36. Alright, looks a little big, but hey. I'm gonna need 2 of those, but first I need to handle that little tab. Apply patient scale, do 1 bevel. I think that's a little much. Yeah. And join these 2 here. That's good, that's good. And then I need the front page. Let's make a new one. Where I need to negative this guy. So separated, take it, x, y, -1. It's fine.
Watch out! The floor is lava!
Move on to here. Not that one. There you go. Select everything. Space project. Knife project. And doesn't matter, but let's turn on the cut through. Then we delete that guy. Alright, looks good. Now I just need to fix the topology here. Awesome. It might be easier to make all of those over there.
Out! The floor is lava!
And queue these. Yeah, saves a few polygons. How about the guy over there? Can I do something similar?
Watch out! The floor is lava!
I mean, we can just dissolve this guy, join it over here or something. Yeah. Great. Now I join the two of them together. Put this guy down. So. And it opens like a book, right? So the sides have to be empty. The bottom here has to be closed. And yeah, I have to rig it so it can actually open. It needs to be two-sided. Double-sided, that is. Let's see. If I make everything outside, good. I can Shift H. I can make a duplicate SZ. Like so. And move it there. Then do Ctrl Shift N. No, Shift N? Yeah. There it is, our file. Our file. Let's try and rig that. Let's move it to the middle just so it's easier. Okay. Firstborn. Yeah. Just apply the rotation scale just in case. Doesn't really matter where this goes. Have it. This is gonna be the root. Probably. It's fine. And then I need a bone for the back page and another for the other page. It's hard because they are all so close together. Make it a stick. Stick. That. Mode. One here. The other there. Okay. Mashed and bone, right? With empty groups. In this case, we're not gonna assign anything to the root. Oh no. It's gonna be the we're just gonna have them follow this guy. Keep offset. Okay, so now I need to select two sets here. Oh. I'm not sure if I select those. Let's try. This is the front. The rest is the back. Alright, time to test it out. I move the root, everything moves, good. Now, let's change this to be in front. I don't know which one is which, but does that look believable? No, it's broken. As you can see. Yeah, I shouldn't have control over the back there. How about you? Same thing. They shouldn't control the back. Not all that. Move. It's still broken. It's probably because of the this one works okay. Maybe only one of them needs to control. I don't know. Let's try. Give it to the front. Yeah, no, it breaks. I think it's because of the positioning of the bones. So let's edit that. how do I... Here. There. Okay, let's try now. Much better. Yeah. Now if I move like that, it's gonna open properly. Like if I rotate 180 and move it down like that, then it looks like it is opened. Good. Another thing I just noticed, it doesn't need that flap there. You can just make it end. Like so. Perfect. And that doesn't influence the rigging, because I just removed some stuff. Good. Save. Let's create a new collection. File. Put it on the side here real quick. Let me open one of the drawers for you. I'm gonna several files inside. Oh, they're a bit too big. Oh. Maybe I exaggerated when modeling the guy. Yeah. And this guy hide. Just gonna move it once to the side. Like that. Just to test it out. Oh, come on. Yeah, now it fits perfectly inside. Good. And that's why you run some tests. This just needs like some cardboard texture, it's fine. Now we made 3 assets. The cabinet needs to be textured, and I need to extract the texture for this guy. This one is already fine. I could go into substance, add some imperfections, some fingerprints. That would be good, make it more professional. But yeah, I think this is all for today, unless someone has a question I can help with. Otherwise, I will be ending the stream right now. So guys, thank you all so much for watching, for lurking and staying with me. I will be back on Wednesday at the same time. You can check out my schedule on the Discord, and